We have an article from GovExec that shares some information on how important this budget shortfall discussion is, because keep in mind, the nation has been operating on a continuing resolution at the moment and has been for quite some time. So yes, this really is a big deal and every single veteran needs to pay attention. So here's the article from GovExec. Outgoing VA chief meets with Trump's very serious transition team to discuss budget shortfall and other issues. I'm going to go ahead and read the highlights of this article, pretty short, and then, of course, as always, I'll plug it below in the pinned comment. So the Veteran Affairs Department is responding to more than 150 requests for information from President-elect Trump's team and is cautioning his reps deployed to the agency about an ongoing budget and staffing shortfall. Budget and staffing, very, very big deals here. So VA Secretary Dennis McDonough met with Trump's agency to review his agency's review team this week. He told reporters on Wednesday, which he said led to a great conversation. He said Trump had a very serious team coming in, and he was committed to making their transition completely seamless. To date, he said, VA has provided 22 briefings and completed 74 of the requests for information. That is a lot. We're responding to every question quickly and transparently, and we're sharing everything we know with the transition team, McDonough said. Adding his team will make sure they have the tools they need to hit the ground running on day one. The briefings have concerned department operations, risk, and opportunities, he added, and broached subjects including the budget, EHR, physical infrastructure, and staffing. All of these are issues that this week on Veterans Daily, Jason and I talk about every single thing that was listed here. So McDonough said he has particularly stressed VA's budget shortfall, noting he wants Trump's team to be prepared for the upcoming debate when the current stopgap government funding bill expires in March. This is probably the biggest thing on the table right now. VA has told lawmakers it requires $6.6 billion in additional funds to meet its needs for FY25. For fiscal 25, down from the $12 billion it originally requested. Congress approved $3 billion in emergency spending for VA last year, though VA did not end up requiring the money. There was some budget miscommunication, I assume. It was 3 for VBA, 12 for VHA. All of a sudden, they were good on VBA. They had the $3 billion anyways, and so that's what brought that number down from 15 to 12 to 6.6. VA, that's the long story short. VA officials have said demands on the department are growing as the number of veterans receiving care from its providers has exceeded expectations, requiring more healthcare staffing. Keep in mind, there's that Complete the Mission Act and push for community care from Trump's team. That's most likely going to happen. McDonough noted VA has been restricting hiring at healthcare facilities since last year after record hiring in FY23. Local facility leaders have been making very concerted decisions about when, where, and whom to hire, McDonough said, adding they are also delaying equipment purchases. Under the current continuing resolution, CR, those officials are continuing several of those steps. VHA staffing remained flat in FY24, despite an increased workload as more veterans became eligible for care, which he said was made possible by increased productivity and referrals to private sector care. That's community care, is what he is talking about. The secretary emphasized VA has set new records for appointments in each of his years at the department. In part, it is doing well retaining staff. He noted VA is still short of its needs for counseling to help certain veterans with job training and education, VRE, and remains concerned about the stubborn and maddening time it takes to hire new employees. That part sucks, especially in the federal world. Ultimately, however, McDonough said he is confident that the Trump admin will enter office with an adequate cadre of VA employees. This is good news. The proof, he said, is in the data, as satisfaction with VA care and other performance metrics have continued to tick up. He's talking about the trust surveys that veterans complete after seeing their VHA care. I regularly receive my VHA primary care and have never received a trust survey. Just food for thought there. Still, VA Deputy Secretary Tanya, not Tanya, Bradshaw identified the budget shortfall as her top concern for the department as it prepares to hand over the keys to the Trump administration. Yes, that's because it is. Operating in a CR is definitely not ideal, Bradshaw said on Wednesday. So hopefully our staff will be able to make sure that the shortfalls that we are currently looking at are identified. I think that will be job one of the new administration. Trump's VA Secretary designate Doug Collins will face a confirmation hearing next week. I believe it's on Tuesday. Collins, a veteran and former Republican congressman from Georgia, has been meeting with senators in recent days, including with Senate Veteran Affairs Committee ranking member Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut on Wednesday. Collins has hinted he would like to expand private sector care for veterans and bring back efforts to expedite the firing of bad VA employees. Okay. At least one veterans group, AMVETS, has endorsed his candidacy, says Collins has committed to safeguarding veterans' benefits and addressing the VA's key issues. Blumenthal said he will wait to hear what Collins has to say at his confirmation hearing. I made clear to Doug Collins that VA needs a leader who's willing to protect and expand the health care and benefits our veterans have earned, Blumenthal said. That means strongly supporting VA employees, continuing to implement the PACT Act for toxic exposed veterans and their families, utilizing every resource possible to combat veteran suicide. It also means not pursuing harmful policies to privatize VA or strip away veterans' reproductive rights. There you have it, GovExec. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I know this is a pretty short video here. I got a lot going on at the house today, so I'm going to cut it there. Thank you very much.